Hey guys, so the subject I chose is the pro-con on gay or same-sex marriage. One of my first pros for same-sex marriage is that it is a constitutional right for everyone to become married. The same-sex marriage is covered under the 14th Amendment, which is the Equal Protection Clause, which gives the minority groups such as same-sex, which are two men or two women or a transsexual and the same gender in a marriage union. In 1974, the Cleveland Board of Education versus LaFleur, they had a court case and the Supreme Court ruled that same-sex marriages is covered under the due process law, which entitles equal protection to all the people that live in America, and it says that denying same-sex marriages is discriminatory and it creates second-class citizens. In July of 2012, Florida uplifted its gay marriage ban, and they said that it was unconstitutional. The exact quote from the Supreme Court the judge said that the ban was made to hurt and discriminate and deprive same-sex couples, and it denies them equal dignity, and it labels them and treats them as if they were second-class citizens. Another good point for same-sex marriages is that same-sex couples, they should be allowed to have the marital benefits as if they were a heterosexual couple. There are 1,138 federal benefits alone that heterosexual couples get from legal marriage, and the same-sex couples do not get these unless they become legally married. There are also medical benefits that they can benefit from, such as being next of kin if their significant other is injured or hospitalized. They also get whatever health insurance their spouse will have. They also would get child support and alimony if the relationship were to end. If the same-sex couples who are denied the benefits, on average, they spend between $42,000 to $467,000 in expenses from their lifetime that would be covered if they were legally married and could get their spouse's benefits. And this is compared to the heterosexual couples who do get the benefits. Military couples specifically would greatly benefit from getting benefits from marriage because they require marriage to live together, and a lot of military spouses will have to relocate for their jobs. So being legally married would ensure that their spouse could travel with them and also get the military benefits as well. Another great point for same-sex marriage is that same-sex couples make amazing parents. They want children, so they would have to either adopt or do surrogacy or egg donation or sperm donation, where heterosexual couples sometimes produce unwanted children, the oopsies, and a lot of them, go out for adoption, and that's where same-sex couples can come in and actually adopt them. In July 2010, a study done by two fathers showed that they were well adopted. They were well adjusted to those two kids that were adopted by a heterosexual couple. Also, gay marriage legalization is correlated with a lower divorce rate, and that and vice versa, meaning that when they allowed it, the marriage success rate went up. In Massachusetts, which was the first state in the United States to legalize gay marriage, They did a study from 2003 to 2008, and the divorce rate in that state lowered by 21%. And then in Alaska, they prohibited gay marriage, and they also did a study, and it showed a 17.2% increase within the same time period, which is 2003 to 2008. So that's 5 years. Some cons for same-sex marriage is that same-sex marriage couples cannot produce children together, that the marriages are unions, and one of their main purposes is to produce a family. In 1859, the California Supreme Court Justice said that the first purpose of marriage is to procreate. A rebuttal I have for this is that same-sex marriage couples can adopt, and males can donate their sperm and get an egg donation and get a surrogate so they can have their biological child, and females can get a sperm donation or do in vitro so that they can carry their other spouse's egg as well as theirs. And some heterosexual couples don't even have children. They just want marriage, for the union. Another con is that children need both a mother and a father. And in a study, it said that girls raised without a father in their life, they were at higher risk for earlier sexual activity and for teenage pregnancy. And in a study done in 2012 by a professor of sociology of the University of Texas, children raised by same-sex couples suffered from sexual abuse and unemployment due to such. As a rebuttal, I don't understand how unemployment can do with same-sex couples. But same-sex couples do not lack a parent. As in the first study, the children lacked a father. In same-sex couples, they have two loving parents. Even though it's not a mother and a father, there are two people that love them and want them unconditionally. Another con is that homosexuality is immoral and unnatural. Jay Barber, which is the dean at Liberty University School of Law, says that every individual engaged in a homosexual lifestyle knows that what they're doing is unnatural and self-destructive. My rebuttal: that being gay is not a choice. It's something you are born with, and it's something that happens. It's something your heart tells you. It's not self-destructive. It's love. It's just like any other love, heterosexual or homosexual. And I know this firsthand because I'm gay. So, in conclusion, there are many pros and cons to gay marriage. I believe that gay marriage should be legalized in all 50 of our states. There is no harm to children, there will be no lack of children, and there will be no harm to society. It's not immoral and it's not unnecessary. Gay marriage is the evolve of time. People, I believe, in the later times hid who they were, and today they're being more open and honest, and they want the gay union, they want the benefits, they want to be recognized for what they are, a couple. And even though there's many pros and cons, I do believe that the pros will always outweigh the cons, and every con will always have a rebuttal. 37 out of our 50 states have already had it, so all we need is that 13 states to join the fight to lift the ban on gay marriage.